Welcome back again to my YouTube channel. I hope you're enjoying your Sunday. So I'm seeing someone from TikTok that is saying that he leaded in KCPE and he was the first one. Now he's saying that Kenyans are not giving him work and all that kind of stuff. Let me tell you something. Have you ever read this book of Robert Kiyosaki that he says, why C students employ the A student? Because remember, as the A student, you think you have reached the world. Remember, and I'm sorry to say this, some of my mentors were A students, but then let me address this. Sorry to say this, allow me to address this. So, some of the A students think that they have reached the on top of the world. Some of them think that they have reached on top of the world. So some of them won't even some of them won't even work. Some of them won't even work. Some of them won't even work, or they won't even think that now because you led in the KCPE, or you read in the KCSE, or you read in some of the exams that you did. For example, if your country is like ours, Kenya, now, if your country is like ours, Kenya, now the Form 4 exams you led, or you led in campus and got the first class honors, now you think now, or you got the second class upper, now you think now that you have reached the world, that now I should do what? I should now relax. But remember, a person that got a person that got the C, and a person that got the D, and a person that got the E, now you're not thinking the same. The person that got the C and the person that got the D and the E, now they're thinking that, okay, I perform this way, I perform this way. Or a person that got the pass or the credit or the second class lower, they're thinking that, oh, I got this. Now let me think. Let me think of a way that I can do, of how I can do this, of how I can at least, of how I can do this. And remember, the system is the same. The system is the same. And as I told you, nowadays the companies that are hiring people, they are asking, what can you do? What can you do? What can you do? You want to become a manager? Okay. What can you do for us that our company will be better? You want to become a manager? Okay. What can you do for us so that we can come and be the best? They're going to ask you that. You want to become a lecturer in our campus? What can you do that we become the best? And if we make you to travel, how are you going to be representing us? How are you going to be representing us? Are you the types of people that once you give you that privilege of traveling, you will even start now even to talk to people however you want? Then you want to then you go to somewhere that you go to a media house. Then they ask you, you want to become a reporter, you want to become a journalist, you want to become a director. What more can you do so that now we remain and be the best media house? And what have you done? What have you done that we be, so that we can do what? We can hire you. So that we can do what? We can hire you. Okay. Then you go to that supermarket. Then you say that you want to become a cashier. Then they're going to ask you, what more can you do so that we be the best best supermarket in the country, for example? What are you going to show them? What are you going to show them? That's the reason why. That's the reason why I normally tell people that are students like me, start something. Start something before you leave campus. Start something before you leave campus, or when you go for that internship, or when you go for that internship, that attachment. Go there and be the best. Be the best when they show you how, when they show you what you're going to be doing in your internship or what you're going to be doing in your attachment. And as I told you, some of the people that have graduated, some of them are not doing what they studied. Some of them are not doing what they studied, sorry. Some of them are not doing what they studied. Some of them are not doing what they said. That's why you're finding that. Someone is studying BCom. Someone is studying BCom, but then you're not going to find them later on when you now come to the marketplace. You're not going to find them doing what they studied. You're going to find them being a mama mboga, for example. Being a mama mboga, for example. What does that person tell? What does that tell you? Nowadays, it is what is going to sell you, what is going to sell you, with no matter what you're studying, what is going to sell you is what you're going to be doing the time that you are in campus. What you're going to be doing the time that you are in campus. Don't wait, you graduate. Don't wait, you graduate, then you tell yourself that then is when you're going to start networking, then is when you're going to be involved in the clubs, you're going to be doing this. You start with the clubs, go to them. You never know, you can find yourself, you can go to the clubs, you never know. You can find yourself being hired or being shown what to do with the clubs. Being hired or being shown what to do with the clubs. With the clubs. And then you can also some campuses, they normally have the career day, they have the cultural week. Like for example ours, we normally have the career week, we have the cultural week, we have this, the library week, we have this and that and that. Why don't you participate in them? Because they're going to add to your portfolio. They're going to add to your portfolio. You might not be a book smart, but then you are, when we have the library week, you are the best. When you have the career week, you are the best. When you have the cultural week, you are the best. And you never know, you can get to have the opportunities now. The opportunities now when you participate, for example, in the cultural week, you never know, you can get the opportunities of being a model. You can get the opportunities of being a model. Someone can come and talk to you during the career week, then you get their number, then later on when you're done with the campus, they give you the work. They come, they give you the work. Or the day, for example, that you're going to be having a trip to somewhere, for example, like the UN or what. And then I normally tell you, some of our lecturers also they're good networkers. They can give you what you want. They can give you, if you want an attachment, go to your lecturer, for example, and talk to him or her. They can give you. But then they don't come outside here. Then you start saying that there are no jobs. There are no jobs. There are no jobs. There are no jobs. There are no this. There are no this. Yet, when you went for the attachment, you're not the best. Yet, when it was career week, you did not even consult. You did not even ask the questions. When we had the workshop, you are not even talking. You're not even talking. During the cultural week, when for example, you're a good model, you're a good model, then you did not even model, then you did not even model, then you did not even, sometime in the campus, when we have the sports day, you did not even do the emceeing. Then how do you expect that you're going to land in some job opportunities? How do you expect that? In some job opportunities? Don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait. And don't wait to leave campus, then you start seeking the jobs you might not even find. Or when you're still in campus, get the skills then. Get to know how to do a website, for example. Get to know how to do graphics and design. Get to know how to do the posters, do the everything that appertains the graphic and design work. Get to know how to do that. And if you want also, you can also get to know how to do the taking of videos, for example. Get to know what to do when you're editing, for example. Get to know how you do the editing part. Get to know how to take the photos. Get to know how to take the photos, because also in the photos part, you also edit. Get to know how to write. You can also write. You can also you can also look for some websites where you're going to be where you're going to be doing what? You're going to be writing. Or get to also know how to do the contents. Don't wait that now you're leaving campus. You've taken your certificate, for example. You're leaving campus. You've taken your certificate, for example. Then now, you've not. Then now, when you stay, you are overjoyed, and yet now you do not know what you're going to do outside here. Remember, this when Rigiji was the deputy president, he was saying that there are no opportunities, there are no job opportunities in the marketplace. For example, in our country, there are no job opportunities. But then, not to mean that you cannot find a few opportunities. Not to mean that I'm not discouraging anyone, but then not to mean that you cannot find a few opportunities. You cannot find a few what? A few opportunities. Not to mean that you cannot find a few opportunities. Not to mean that you cannot find a few opportunities. Not to mean that you cannot network. You cannot network and do something that you did not study. Do something that you did not study, but then now you're going to add more effort so that at least it can pay. So that at least it can be of goodwill, and then it can pay your bills. It can pay you later. It can pay you later. Then you can also volunteer. You can also do the volunteering part. You can also volunteer. Instead of staying at home without doing anything, you can also volunteer. Or you can also go and be trained. In whatever, in something that you are seeing that you have developed a keen interest. In something that you are seeing that you have developed a keen interest. Let us not wait. And remember, these tools that we are having, the AI, the ChatGPT, the AI, the ChatGPT, the Quillbot, They are helpful now. They're coming to be helpful. They might not help you that much when you are in campus. They might not be that helpful when you are in campus. And they might also be of beneficial when you are in campus, but then when you're taking the videos, when you're taking the what and the what, when you're doing the contents, you can be going to the ChatGPT, you tell it to arrange for you something, to arrange for you the content of the day. You can tell AI to do for you some things, for example, in the social media platforms. Let us not wait. Let us not wait. Let us not wait. Let us not wait that when now we are done, is when now you're telling ourselves that there are no work. There is the opportunities. It is upon you. It's upon you. You know what, when you are going for the interview, you know what you're going to present. So thank you for listening to me. Have a blessed Sunday and week ahead. Watch, like, comment, share, and subscribe.